I'd be delighted to tell the court who I am, sir.
Yes, you are, sir?
Well, I'm called James, Your Honour. I can give the court my full name if they'd like it.
And your relationship to Miss Duffy is?
Well, she's appointed me to be an extension of her voice, Your Honour. She has trouble speaking and getting the words out. With all due respect, but it's just, yeah. It merely is a matter of just having no disputes with the court, Your Honour. Really, all it is about is simply wanting to see the proof of that the bill is actually, the money is owed. If someone owes money, she's more than happy to pay it, but not a problem, no dispute. Council tax, no dispute with any claim made by council tax, providing, of course, that the amount owed can be shown on paper. If it's not shown on paper, legal determinations cannot be made. Now, I've had problems with council tax before, personally myself, and as it turns out, whenever a liability or so-called alleged liability order gets issued, you're chasing it for weeks, months, and in some cases years at times. It would be my wish, Your Honour, that...
What is the address? What is it? That's what it says on Are you the owner of that flat, or are you renting? I'm not the owner of the flat.
I believe it's a private accommodation, Your Honour.
Yeah. In your tenancy agreement, are you liable to pay the rates and the water rates?
Well, I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing the bill as such. What I'm asking for is if you can provide that information that resulted in this claim. I mean,
the council tax. The council.
With all due respect, Your Honour.
Can certainly do that. Yes, I'm sure the council can provide whatever information you want with respect to this, as to where this money is.
Are they not obliged to provide it anyway? I mean, how can I...
They are.
How can I claim that, on a liability order be issued? I mean, I'm assuming the claim itself will be in front of you to base. I mean, that's the information that you would use to determine if a liability order should be issued. Is that not proceeding with lawful court procedure, Your Honour?
What you're saying is that the council has no right to claim this money?
No, I'm not saying that. That's putting words in my mouth. We've got no dispute with paying council tax, Your Honour. Any bill for that matter. In fact, given it a summons to come to court, we're here for that reason.
And presumably the council has summoned on the basis of an amount which is...
Someone does indeed pay a bills and a council tax.
Sorry, can you
obviously there are legal requirements that the council do have to follow, and obviously one of those is the council will set council tax in local newspapers. These are valid, not valid offences. The bill must be sent any necessary reminder notices must be sent, and the account often hasn't been paid in full. And the council only has to prove that the notices have been sent. It's not responsible for the actual postings of it as such, and whether the customer actually received those or not. So as far as the council is concerned, when we make application or when we make complaints to the court prior to the summons being issued, then we are happy and satisfied that all these stages and these documents have been issued in accordance with the Act and law that we should be doing.
For me, Your Honour, with respect to the council tax and the person making the claim, Your Honour, but even though they're happy following their own procedures, that's great to hear, but I mean, we'll be talking about lawful court procedure here, aren't we?
So what are you saying? You're saying you didn't receive the council tax bill? Is that what you're saying?
It's our understanding that all bills have been paid with this specific... Well, receipts for what? For what bill exactly?
You get a bank statement, it will be on there if it's paid by direct debit or by standing order.
But we're not talking about any other bill. We're talking about this particular amount owed. What's it for?
Are you saying you paid the council tax?
No, she's not paid any. She's not paid this particular. We've come to court to decide if we're liable or not. We don't know if we're liable. We can't dispute a claim that isn't in front of us.
If somebody lives in a house and they are liable, then they are generally, and they own the house, then they are liable.
I don't dispute that. I agree. Yeah. No problem.
Then they are liable for the council.
Yeah, sure.
And the water rates and any electricity they use and the gas and so forth.
No dispute, Your Honour.
Household expenses that everybody has to pay.
I agree. Yeah.
Fine. So, as
So
far as we're concerned, Miss Duffy is liable to pay council tax in respect of...
and we've no dispute about a claim being made, and if we indeed owe the money, then the money is owed.
Okay.
I just want to get that on the record. It's just that if, well, no, it doesn't appear. That's my point. Where is the case? We've come into this court. We've been summoned.
Once the liability order is established, put into place, then the council will no doubt be in touch with Ms. Duffy to...
Well, with all due respect, Your Honour, that is an assumption.
How this is
You're assuming how council tax may or may not proceed.
how council tax works for...
What authority have you got? With all due respect, Your Honour.
In front of Miss Duffy that says she owes that amount.
Yes,
Okay,
we
that
know.
amount's come from somewhere, hasn't it?
Well, that's what we'd like to know. Where's it come from?
And I was asking Miss Duffy if she's paid the council tax. Is that...
Well, she didn't say she'd pay the tax. She said she pays her bills. If she's owed money, she will pay it. But we're asking to see proof that this particular bill that they claim she owes them, where's the proof?
Earlier on in the year, at the start of the year, you should have got something from the council, an invoice which says this is the amount of council tax that you owe for the coming year.
We don't dispute that, Your Honour.
In certain months,
Did you
or
get
it may
that?
just be one
We can't
month.
recall. Wait.
Well,
It's not far enough, we were in June, talking about March.
I
Did you
saw-
get that?
With all due respect, please.
sure the council can give you a duplicate bill if necessary for the coming period.
It's,
I can't do that here at the moment.
No, I know.
Can issue duplicate bills.
No, but yeah, and I would suggest that is one of the first things that's done.
Okay, so that can be done.
Then
Yeah.
we'll take it on from there.
Can I have a copy of the summons and have that?
Ms. Duffy is clearly liable in law to pay
Objection, Your Honour.
council tax,
Can I get a copy of this, please? Okay.
and therefore we will draft
objection,
that,
Your Honour.
which will move things forward.
Okay.
We're not making any orders that she pays anything today. We're simply granting a liability order, which means that in due course she is liable to pay. But if she has an
With all due
argument-
respect, Your Honour, are you saying that you want
I
him
would
to...
suggest she takes proper legal advice if she is uncertain about it.
With all due respect, I'm not here to provide legal advice, Your Honour.
We're being very
Wh-
tolerant in treating you as an amateur to come in here and speak on her behalf. And we've probably heard, you've made your point, we've understood it, we've made the liability order, and that basically is all we're going to do today.
Would it not be in lawful procedure to reschedule the hearing for another day until such time as proof of the money owed can be provided?
I'm sure that if Ms. Duffy does not make adequate arrangements to pay, there will be a further hearing. And that further hearing, if it's decided
Would
that she is being willfully not paying it, she could end up going to jail
For what?
for not paying her council tax.
But she's not liable for proved to be liable for anything right
I
now.
don't think it will get to that stage, but it may do, and it could do in the long run.
But how can she be sent to jail for being liable for something that's not... You admitted yourself you've not written the liability order yet. There is no liability. It's an application for a liability.
So you made the
We've
liability
granted
order.
the application, because that is in our powers.
The application was for the summons. Was the summons issued from this court?
James, we've heard enough. Thank you. We've made our order, and that is it.
Okay. You're here for the council.
I object to these entire proceedings. I think they've gone unlawful.
We must be
You're
doing
not the
something
one that's
right.
in
Now,
court.
will you please leave the court?
He's speaking on behalf
I'm
of...
s-
Okay.
These proceedings are unlawful. Can I have your name, please, sir?
Then to retire.
Can I have your name, please, sir? For and on the record. I need your name. If the liability order's been produced and you've written it and your name is on it and signed it, can we see the liability order? Can we have a copy? That's outrageous. For and on the record, this court has just absolutely not adhered to any lawful court procedure whatsoever. I'm getting myself on the record. I'll leave of my own volition. I'm just getting it on for the record that this court has not adhered to lawful court procedure.
Come on, sir. Thank
It's
you.
outrageous.
Come on, it's fine.
No court